Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first session of Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Let's go ahead and jump right on in. The traveling extravaganza, known as the Witchlight Carnival, visits your world once every 8 years. You have a dim memory of sneaking into the carnival years and years ago without paying for a ticket. That memory has grown foggy over time, though it still conjures a weird admixture of emotions. Wonder and awe mixed with loss and regret. During this long ago visit, you lost something. You tried to find it, but the carnival owners, a pair of elves named Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, were decidedly unhelpful. "Silly little screeching cricket," said Witch. "You forgot to buy a ticket." "The carnival goes round and round," said Light. "The multiverse is our playground. Nothing's free and nothing's lost. Every visit has its cost." Their words linger at the back of your mind like a nearly forgotten song. But soon, after the fateful meeting, thoughts of your loss began to fade. As time passed, your hearts became less heavy, and you gave less and less thought to those events and the things lost. But now, for reasons you can't explain, the longing to retrieve that which was lost has resurfaced, as though an old spell has faded away, although you feel the loss now as sharply as if it had happened yesterday. Now, the Witchlight Carnival has returned to the place of the first time that you encountered it. You find yourself standing near the ticket booth by the entrance at twilight. Some of you arriving here, wandering through the wildernesses and through the roads to meet this place for the first time. Others of you returning after a long break, a few days of rest and respite away from the carnival. As you find yourself standing near the ticket booth, you look around. Carnival is just about to open. It is twilight, and you see others around you who look just as troubled as you. Without knowing how or why, you sense that each of them has lost something as well. Perhaps fate has brought you all together. As you all stand out in front of the Witchlight Carnival, preparing to enter in and go up to the ticket booth, let's go ahead and introduce our characters. We will start with Gast. Why don't you go ahead and describe what your character looks like, Gast?
So Gast is standing there in pretty well-made armor with a cowled hood that is all the way up. There's a little bit of like pastel cotton candy blue like hair sticking out, but most noticeable about her is the mask she's wearing and the little bit of a glow to her eyes.
Fantastic. And Revan, standing not far away, looking just as troubled and just as lost as Gast. Revan, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character?
Raven is a dark-haired half-elf, with leather armor and wearing leather armor with a brown cloak over himself. There is a longbow obvious over one shoulder, and his hands tend to twitch near the short swords that he carries, one on each hip. Blades are just kind of at that sweet spot right between being an exceptionally long dagger and a really short sword. He does not look overly happy to be there, unlike some, because going to a carnival does involve being a little bit more around civilization that the ranger kind of prefers to avoid when he can, in contrast to his traveling companion Gast.
Fantastic. And also standing nearby, looking around, troubled expression on his face, searching for something. He's not quite sure what it is yet. Zompano, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character?
Okay. Yes. Quite the towering fellow, big and bulky. A real wildsman wearing just bear skins on his back and a loincloth, but not really a barbarian. Has a certain like air of wisdom, even though he's still kind of dumb as dirt. And right now he's probably like really like has those like little math problem gift going on in his around his mind, just like really confused of Why is he thinking about this missing thing right now when he's been like so busy and doing a whole bunch of other stuff for so long at the carnival, and it seems weird.
Fantastic.
And,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Leads us to a pair standing together off to the side. Again, looking troubled, as if they are just now remembering about something that they had lost. Aura, why don't you go ahead and describe your character?
Cool. Aura would probably be yelling at her only slightly older brother. She has long, wavy, bright white hair, a pastel blue skin, and bright blue eyes. Very lean, very limber, just... You hear her shouting, "You lost his balls! How could you lose his balls?" And her dress is kind of just blowing in the very airless wind around her.
Fantastic. And the recipient of this yelling about balls, Zephyr, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character and describe them for us?
Zephyr, the much handsomer, taller, and older brother of Aura, is just getting yelled at. He just still smiling, like, just this childlike look on his face. But he has his other juggling balls in his hand, and they just don't feel right. He would be dressed in the finest clothes he could find at the circus after 15 years. Very much like you can tell. I just hit my elbow. Sorry.
We can tell all that, huh? Wow.
No, I feel like that was in character.
Yeah,
Probably.
this is canon now.
This is canon.
He just
It is canon.
Zephyr's elbow is hurt.
just looking at his sister like, why are you so mad? I'll find him eventually. Just very just whatever about things, very childlike glee. Yeah, looks just like his sister, but more handsome and maybe a little bit taller.
Not that much more handsome. Aura is very beautiful.
All right. Fantastic, everybody. So, as you all gather outside of these ticket booths, the sun begins to set. The first stars of night begin to twinkle above the apricot sunset. Giant dragonflies whir overhead, trailing streamers, and a low mist curls over the ground. Through a floral archway ahead, you glimpse a wondrous and vibrant sight. Creatures of all variety. Elf stiltwalkers, dancing fairies, and painted performers. Everywhere there is laughter, pixie dust, bubbles, and the wistful tune of a whistling calliope. Just ahead of you all.
What?
A whistling calliope. It's like a crank organ.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
I had to look it up too. So, ahead of you all, a silvery statue of a dancing fairy is mounted on the roof of a ticket booth, surrounded by fluttering butterflies. The booth is decorated with an animated depiction of the night sky with shooting stars arcing across it, and an elderly goblin, familiar to some of you, not so much to others, perches behind the ticket counter, peering at you all through a spyglass as if he'd spotted some sort of lost treasure. He lowers the spyglass and calls out to you, "Greetings! Greetings! Aura, Zephyr, Zampano! Come! Bring your friends! We have all of your tickets left for you by your mysterious benefactor.
Oh.
Come!
You just see Zephyr just kind of clap like, "Ooh, yay!"
Benefactor? Do we know him?
An anonymous benefactor, Zampano." And he pulls out a beautifully carved wooden box with pearl inlaid across the top of it. It has the initials NM carved into it. Some of you will recognize that as the initials of Nicholas Midnight, the name of this particular goblin. He pops open the lid and says, "Unlimited passes for all of you." Somebody really, really likes you all. And he pushes the box across the table to you all. And there are 5 little golden passes inside, each about the size of a playing card, with the symbol of the Witchlight Carnival etched into the front, and moving across the back side of it are various attractions. You see the Bubble Pop Teapot letting loose a bubble filled with people out into the sky. You see a swan with people atop its back speaking to them as it rides them out into open water. All kinds of other attractions playing across the back of these little tickets that you've just been given. Along with these tickets, Nicholas Midnight passes each one of you a pair of paper butterfly wings. Says, now don't you lose these, everybody. These will be what shows everyone that you have your tickets. He passes out these butterfly wings out to each of you.
Can we fly with them?
Well, with the proper amount of pixie dust, anyone can fly, Zompano.
I just put on the butterfly wings and immediately try and take off.
You jump into the air and immediately hit the ground again.
Oh, God. I thought I could fly.
Zephyr is going to see John doing it and be like, oh, let me try. And he's going to do the exact same thing.
Maybe we're just not trying hard and believing hard enough.
Oh, yeah. He just continues jumping, and just this childlike glee on his face. Like, he's got these wings, he's looking at him, he's jumping, trying to flap them, and going nowhere.
Each of you roll a d20.
Did not want to do that.
Revan just puts a hand on Gaston's shoulder and just whispers, "These are what we call dumbasses."
We happen to work here.
She nods very sagely, like, yes.
So show some respect.
Aura's just standing there with her wings in her hand, like one hand her face and her other, like, this again. We do this every night.
Crazy stuff happens here all the time. Why? It's not out of the question that it's gonna happen that these make us fly. Don't you think?
If it didn't happen last night, it could happen tonight.
One day,
never
boys.
know.
One day. And Aura's gonna start walking towards the big top.
Okay.
Now, Raven Oso is looking at the ticket in suspicion.
Yeah, each of
Along
you
with
now
the
has
wings,
one of
because-
these.
Because his thought process, his thought process is the goblin just said, "Oh, someone must really like you," and he's thinking, "Nobody likes me if they've met me for more than 5 minutes."
Again, Gast just nods.
Zephyr's gonna notice Gas being weird and like silent and be like, come on, you can do it. Like, put him on.
Can't cut your tongue.
She's gonna step behind Revan.
Oh, he's gonna circumvent Ribbon and just continue just trying. Like, come on.
Nicholas Midnight would lean over his booth. He says, "You have to wear the wings if you want to enter."
See?
Does this like really put upon Sai, and she puts on the wings?
You just see Zephyr just clap.
Gast, as you put the wings on, they begin to sparkle with like very like it's almost like snowfall beginning to fall around you in colors of like blues and whites and silvers.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
She's not sure if she needs to panic, but she's gonna stand very still and hope nothing bad happens.
That bottom image of the lights actually twinking is badass, by the way.
Yeah, James RPG art, if anyone's ever wondering. It's a Patreon, and he does amazing work. Anytime you see an animated image in one of these games, it's 99% going to be him.
Well, Revan is going to begrudgingly put his wings on because he really hates stuff that makes him stand out from the background.
Yeah.
And also, since this is a half-elf instead of my usual variant human Sean,
Mhm.
I just felt like I have to say, since it's becoming dark, I've got dark vision.
Fantastic.
The one time I can say that.
Fantastic. So yeah. As the 5 of you enter into the carnival together, let's go ahead and take a look at the main map. So if you all haven't noticed, up above, you have the full map of the Witchlight Carnival. We have a player token for you all to show where all of you are. Whenever all 5 of you are traveling together, we'll use this token. If and when you all ever split up, we'll bring your own original tokens out here to signify where all of you are. But for now, you all have just passed through the ticket booth. And it doesn't take long for the jovial atmosphere to begin really coming onto full display. People begin pouring into the park, people begin pouring into the fairgrounds. Lots and lots of people. And a rather unusual sight begins to greet you all, as is what happens every day at the beginning of festivities. A 12-foot tall walking tree, garlanded in golden ribbons, marches down the thoroughfare. Emerald clouds swirl above the tree and rain down golden, spinning sycamore seeds. Fairgoers try to catch the seeds before they hit the ground. As the seeds gently fall, a chatty squirrel scampers along the boughs of the trees and hands dandelions out to passers-by. Can each of you please roll a d6?
Ooh.
Fantastic. So, the little squirrel runs along the boughs. It looks out towards Aura, Zephyr, and Zampano, waves at you guys, and says, "Hey guys!" And then he hops down onto the ground and runs up to Gast and Revan with a pair of dandelions. Says, "Here you are, folks," and hands them up to you. Revan and Gast. Welcome to the Witchlight. He's like a foot tall. A little squirrel.
Zephyr's like, don't be
There's a little
rude, you
squirrel,
gotta
sorry,
take
there's
it.
She'll take it. She's gonna smile and take it. She's more comfortable talking to the animal than she was to Zephyr.
Wow.
Revan, do you take your dandelion?
Yes, he does.
The squirrel does a
Even
big...
if it's
Go ahead.
even if it's talking, it's an animal, and he's a little more comfortable with him than he is people for the most part.
Revan, you would immediately recognize this creature to be having received the awakened spell at some point. An awakened squirrel. He runs back up the tree, and the giant treant, it's just a young treant, a treant sapling, Northwind, is waving around. He says, "Catch the seeds! The seeds, everyone!" And he's waving his paws around, and these sycamore seeds keep falling down to the ground. You can see that the second that they hit the ground anywhere, they vanish instantly.
Oh, Zephyr would definitely be running around trying to catch every one of them.
Anyone that wants to try and catch the sycamore seeds, make a dexterity check.
I'm gonna try and catch
Check or
him.
save?
Check.
Yeah.
Oh, save?
So this
Check.
is straight.
No,
It's a check.
Okay. Wait, my check and my save are the same.
Okay, cool. They usually are. Unless you have
Well,
proficiency in the
I
save.
didn't
Oh, let me make a check right quick.
I'm in armor, guys.
So, Gast, you
I
put
think
your
my-
hand out.
oh,
Gast, you put your hand to try and catch one, and it immediately just kind of around your hand, almost like it was on purpose. Revan, I will get you rolling out into the open right now.
yes. Because that was a good one.
A 23, a critical success. Fantastic, Revan. So, Revan, as you see Gast reaching out her hand to grab the seed, it kind of around, and you just reach out a hand real quick, and you grab hers as well as yours.
Yeah.
All right, rolling, always whisper rolls, never whisper rolls. Fantastic. Okay, so as each of you have one of these seeds, the three of you that have spent a lot of time here, this is the first time you've actually been able to catch a seed. Every other time that you've tried, the seeds have vanished just before you've reached in your hands, because all of you know that many of the things that are for the guests of the park aren't really for the hands, right? If you were to have bought a ticket and come in normally, maybe you would have been able to do it, but times have been hard, and this is really the first time you've actually had a ticket, let alone an unlimited ticket with unlimited punches. So each of you now has one of these sycamore seeds, and I need each of you to roll a d8.
I am scared.
All good things, I think.
Fantastic. Everybody got something different, except for Zephyr and Zampano. Okay, fantastic. So, Zephyr and Zampano, each of you gain the following personality trait until dawn. I am easily amused.
Oh, I already have. Zephyr's already got that. Way
Yeah.
ahead of you.
Wow. I don't feel any different.
Literally, his characteristic is I've never lost my childlike sense of wonder.
Awesome. So it's just like a day, just another day for Zephyr. All right. Now, Gast and Aura. As you open your hand around your seed, you see that as you open it, a little gold glitter. Each of your sycamore seeds is turned into a gold piece.
Nice.
Ooh.
Which brings us to Revan.
I trade shields for gold.
Yours attacks you.
I have one whole gold.
Revan, your sycamore seed unfolds into a tiny little pixie about the size of a gold piece. She does a little bow and a wink and vanishes in a spray of pixie dust. You feel very lucky, Revan. You gain a die, a d4, which you can add to one ability check any ability check that you make before dawn.
So, basically, I'm under the
Next
effects of a
12
bless spell. Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Ability check. Any ability check that you make before dawn, you can add a d4 to it. Alright. Now, Northwind and Red go tromping on through the fairgrounds, wandering off, continuing their display, handing out their gifts to all of the fair goers. The five of you now stand in the thoroughfare. Clearly, the five of you, each of you can sense that each one around you has also lost something. You can sense a bit of kinship, even though some of you have never met each other. You do feel tied together somehow, as if something is pulling you all in the same direction. So as the five of you stand together, what would you like to do?
Do we talk about it?
Bubbles!
Revan's just kind of is looking around going, so, question, if you three usually work here,
Yeah.
Yeah?
is it normal for folks to wind up losing stuff if they ever attend this thing?
Funny you should ask.
Maybe?
Yeah. I mean, I think I lost something.
Oh, you lost something for sure. And everyone now knows that I lost something. Thank you for that.
Did you just lose it?
Look, I don't know what I lost, but I don't understand how you could lose something like that.
It happens sometimes.
What did I lose?
I don't know what I lost either.
What does
but I
loss even
feel like
mean?
it's important.
I
It
lost
means you
my
had
shoes
something
the
and now
other
you
day.
don't.
You
I
lose
found my
everything.
shoes, but I had lost them for like 2 hours.
I can't trust you
Okay.
with anything.
Yeah. That's why we came together.
Hmm.
He strikes me as someone who needs a kitty leash.
He might.
And needs the mitten thing for all of his things.
The
Yeah.
mitten thing?
The mitten hooks.
Mitten hooks.
That go through the sleeves.
He does. No wonder Mom never wanted to let us out of her sight.
She failed with that.
She did big time.
Yeah.
Should have
you
absorbed
became
him.
carnies. I don't think
I
any
mean-
parents want that.
Our parents were carnies.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
But they didn't want us to join the carnival. But we did.
Okay,
Well,
that's a bit of a double standard.
Mhm.
We did it anyways.
That's why we did it.
Yeah, Mom, take that.
Is- Ooh, maybe our benefactor has our stuff and is.
Oh, it's not
Using
that
some-
easy.
Oh, well. I don't know. Like, why would we suddenly be all together?
Zampano, we're always all together.
Okay,
The
why
three of
would
us, at
these
least.
two would be suddenly hanging out with us, claiming
they're
they
tr-
lost something, and then we have a weird benefactor?
They're just attracted to our awesomeness. It's okay.
Also, can we have this conversation in the teacups?
I guess.
Sure.
Raven is
sounds
just
fun.
Raven is just staring at them like blinking.
F my life.
Pretty much.
Like, how did I get stuck
Oh.
with these bozos?
I'm so
We're
sorry.
cool kids.
Zapper's gonna go up to Gas, like, hey, do you want to go on the teacups? They're so much fun.
Aura's gonna go up to
Oh,
Revan and formally introduce herself. I'm sorry for being so rude. Please don't mind my compatriots, coworkers, and my brother.
I see waves.
You said you also lost something?
Yes, something of particular value due to the conclave of rangers that I'm with.
Oh, is it like some sort of like relic or something? Also, are there food stands? And does this free ticket give us an infinite amount of food?
We already get that as being carnies.
That is not
Um,
accurate.
Oh, I thought we get
I-
fed though. You said.
You do get 3
But,
meals
like-
a day, not infinite
But not
food.
infinite food.
Your passes, on the
So-
other hand, do grant that. Go ahead. Go ahead, Gast.
When Zypher skipped over and was all like bubbly up in Gas face, she literally just held her coin out to him, like make him go away.
He just completely ignores the coin altogether. Like, he's been here for 15 years, doesn't know the meaning of money at all.
Looks
doesn't
around
get
the
it.
coin. It's like, oh, shiny, and looks around the coin to talk to
Oh,
Gast.
shit. But he's like, but whatever. And he kind of swipes it away. He's like, let's go to the bubble pot teapot. Come on.
You hear in
Like
your
shoving-
head.
He tries to link his arm with hers and like try to pull her towards it.
Zephyr just hears
I
in
am
his
looking
head.
my eyes are screaming for help.
Right, like, combat roll.
I look at Guest, and what's Hank's character's name again?
Revan.
The Revan.
Raven.
Revan. Okay, I look at Guest and Revan and just be with a whole bunch of hot dogs I just got from Stan. Be like, want to see how many hot dogs I can shove in my mouth while in the teapots?
Oh my god.
I double dog
Surprise.
dare you that you can't fit as many hot dogs as I can.
You want to bet, Zampano?
Yes.
Yes.
I bet you 1 gold.
Okay. I accept.
That we don't have.
I have a gold. And Gast just hears in her head, I'm so sorry, but let's go have some fun.
Zephyr is still locked arm in arm with her, like trying to get her to skip and whatever.
Basically, just her arm is moving up and down with him.
I just like whisper to Zephyr's ear, just like, I think they lost their sense of fun.
I know, but I can find it for him. I'm not worried. I'll get her to crack a smile and say a word eventually.
Face
It's now
is
my
bright,
goal.
fucking red.
Raven's just looking and just goes, I'm just wondering if that's going to happen first or she's going to pick you up and body slam you into the earth first.
You say that out loud?
Yes.
He'd be like, it wouldn't be the first time. I'll just keep on trying.
It wouldn't be the first
Some
time.
people kind of find me annoying, and I'm okay with that.
You know, it is our job
That's a
to make
very
people...
hard way to. That is a very hard way to go through.
My job is to entertain people, and
Yeah.
not everyone's going to be entertained by my act, but that's okay. Some people think things are fun and some don't, but it'll be okay.
So, what recommendation, since you three essentially are natives to this
Oh,
area?
You got to see it all, but we want to go to the teapots first because they're so fun.
Yeah.
Teapots plus
Teapots.
food equal fun.
You do have to see all our acts also. Since we are performers here at the
As soon as
at
you
the
say
carnival.
axe, Zephyr takes out his shitty juggling balls. I can show you right now. And as no one replies, he's like, okay, and puts it back in his pocket.
Maybe do it while in the teapots.
Oh, he
Everything's better in the teapots.
He'll be juggling and attempting to juggle on every ride for sure.
All right. So are y'all heading to the bubble pop teapot then?
Yep.
Oh, pot teapot.
Bubble pop
We're about to have a
teapot.
hot dog eating contest.
And juggling.
Fantastic. Okay, nice. All right. Okay, so as you all make your way through the park, a 20-foot tall teapot rests on a wooden platform. Its painted surface whirling and moving imagery of flying dragons breathing streams of bubbles from their mouths.
Aww.
A door at the base of the teapot allows entry into its interior, and you can see those emerging from the spout enclosed in a bubble that detaches to float across the carnival. 7 goblins sit around the platform, sipping tea from mismatched porcelain cups, dressed in all manner of livery. Some wearing top hats, some monocles. One of them has a little mascot tied up around his neck. They're all very, very dignified, sitting around a table, sipping on tea, punching tickets as guests pass by them. The first looks up towards you. Greetings! Some of you would recognize this individual as Treaclewise. Says, welcome everybody! It's been a while since I've seen you all here, and I've never seen you all before. Welcome to the Bubble Top Teapot. Are you ready to go off in a toil and trouble? He says, pointing at one of the bubbles as it detaches and flies away.
I screech in excitement. Yeah!
Well, go
Ready
on
as
then and
always.
step into the gnarly tree knot. He says,
Zephyr
pointing
just
to the
kinda-
teapot.
Kind of shimmies and claps his hands. Big old grin on his face.
Well, I suppose I shall simply need to see your bramble thicket then.
Ugh.
He holds out his hand.
Snapper was gonna proudly pull out this super shiny, awesome ticking me like, and he just got this shit-eating grin like, yeah.
Wonderful! A shiny bramble thicket you have. It will fit wonderfully to get you into the gnarly tree knot so that you may go away in the toil and trouble across the park.
He claps his hands and he sticks it in his pocket. Well, no, he hands it back to Aura. Make sure I don't lose this.
I'm not the one that loses things.
That's why I'm handing it to you, Sith.
He looks over towards Revan and Gast. And your bramble thicket for the ride inside the gnarly tree knot?
Brevin holds his up between index and middle finger in one hand just to show the goblin.
Oh, wonderful. Very special guests indeed. The lot of you. Very, very special. Very interesting. Well, on into the gnarly tree knot you go.
Zapper's arm in
What
arm again with Gas,
you-
pulling her in.
Question, dear goblin.
Of course.
What do you mean? Do you happen to know who may have procured us these tickets?
Oh, it is not for me to know. Gifts are given, gifts are received. I know not.
Gifts
Zapper's
can
like,
be
"Who-
taken.
Zapper's like, who cares? We got him. Let's have fun.
Mhm.
Zapper has no idea that this could or could be possibly bad or good. Like, he just like, oh, I've got them. I'm gonna have fun.
Yep. I'm just ready to eat hot dogs.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Like this is peak You're stuck in a bubble eating as many hot dogs as you can while floating up, like, up in the sky. What could go wrong?
While a guy juggles.
Yeah. Okay, in we go.
All right. So, as you all enter into the teapot, standing at the center of a very dark room, magically darkened, all you can see is each other and the space directly around you. The walls are black, everything else is completely blocked off. All you see is a tiny little mote of light far ahead, far above. Possibly the spout, but it's so far up, it seems so weird that you stepped into a place and yet it seems so far away now. But as you're standing there contemplating this, all 5 of you group together, a shimmering aura begins to form around you all. You see the surface of a bubble beginning to form around you. And suddenly, your feet lift off the ground and begin to float up. You can feel the ground kind of give just a tiny bit beneath your feet, as if you were standing on some sort of like air-filled mat, like an air-filled mat, or one of the bouncing pits, one of the bouncing towers. Just kind of a little bit of give, but you can still feel yourself supported, and you float up and up towards that little white dot up at the top at the ceiling, and it begins to get closer and closer and closer, until finally, you squeeze through it, and the opening is impossibly small. You can feel yourself squeezing down and kind of just completely losing all form as you squeeze out through the pot, and then suddenly you are gliding above the carnival. About 15 feet in the air, hovering over everybody. You can see other bubbles, other groups flying around as well. You begin to float off in a random direction, away from the feasting orchard.
Well, we brought the feast with us. You're in the bubble. Okay. I look at Aura and be like, "It's on.
It's on.
Let's do it!" And I just pull out all the hot dogs I got.
Nice.
Zephyr's gonna try and sneak one because he's hungry.
I just start shoveling hot dogs into my mouth.
I'm like grabbing them by the fistful. It's just like bam, 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 bam.
Zephyr's got
I'm
hot
gonna-
dog in mouth while he's trying to cheer on Aura.
What was that, Gast?
I was gonna say I was gonna like elbow Zephyr a little bit and point at one of the hot dogs.
Oh yeah, he'll sneak another one just for you, but he's gonna be like, "You're welcome."
She just nods.
As she hands her one.
Let's get Constitution saves from Zampano and Aura.
Yay!
See if you choke.
Oh.
If you vomit,
That too.
do not poop in this bubble.
So
Gas,
you
don't
all
say that out loud.
don't you vomit. So Aura is just like slamming him down like nothing, and Zampano, you get through about 5, and then you all hear this loud
Oh god. Oh god.
Zephyr's gonna grab Gast and Revan and be like, "Stand back! Oh, he's gonna blow!"
Aura wins this particular contest.
No! I saw a video!
I'm just like so sad. I cry over it.
Zampano cries, openly weeps over the loss.
You owe me a gold, Zomp.
Yeah, the funny thing, I don't have any.
We are gonna have to write her an IOU.
Fine.
Okay.
Just make sure you promote my show later.
Okay.
There you go.
Give me some of your flyers and yeah.
I go into like my little side pouch and I give them a stack of flyers. They're very pretty and has Aura pictured swinging on a trapeze.
That's cool.
Is this bubble?
Was that?
Okay.
How sturdy is this bubble?
Would you like to find out?
Oh god.
So, Gast,
Okay.
if you kind of pressed your hand against the outsides of it, it would extend out with you, but it does continue. You kind of get the sense that it's kind of thin. That if you wanted to, you could just kind of pop it.
Do not want to do that.
You have
So-
a fairy wing.
As you're all floating over the carnival, you hear a caller beneath you. Hero! Main event tonight, big talk extravaganza, 4 o'clock, and of course the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch at 8 o'clock tonight. Don't miss it, everyone! 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock at the big top. And he goes on down the row, calling that same message out.
Oh, tonight's the crowning.
I've never gotten to be the monarch, man. It would be so fun.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, point of order. Gast, as you pressed against the side of the bubble moved in that direction. It began floating off in that direction that you pressed it. You have control over your soapy vessel.
Ooh.
Hee soapy.
I'm gonna like draw everyone's attention to it. That like if we push on the sides, it'll go where we tell it to.
Zephyr sees that and he's like, ooh, and starts kind of like jogging towards, pushing it towards like the carousel.
like
a little
running
bit
man.
quickly.
Carousel.
I'm gonna slap his hands away and just steer us gently to the carousel.
He's like trying to bob and weave your hands as he's still trying to like jog to move it quickly.
Can I help jog it?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Now we're like running and everyone's just like barreling in it.
Come on, we've done this thousands of times. We know what
yeah.
we're doing.
Aura joins in because she knows there's no fighting the boys.
So,
Zephyr's
with
trying to grab
Zompano
Gas.
and Zephyr both running the bubble in one direction,
I'm
Gas
speed
kind of
walking.
Gas kind
behind
of
them.
like in just terror behind them. Let's have each of you that are doing so roll a d20, please. So Aura, Zomp, and Zephyr.
Oh god.
Hey.
Wow. Oof.
Not too bad.
Fantastic.
Not terrible.
So Zephyr gets the outer shell of this thing rotating, and it just like is just like rolling across the way. You guys are zipping past the other bubbles. Those other bubbles are starting to look at you and pointing at you as you just go zipping by. And the bubble pops directly in front of the carousel, right at the entrance to the line,
Okay, let's fly.
dropping you all out gently onto the ground.
Oh, gently. Okay.
Zephyr's just clapping. Like, wasn't that so fun?
I'm just like T-posing, wings spread out, pretending to fly.
I feel like Gas's cloak is up, like flipped up over her head. She's just sitting there, like scowling. Cowboy, you okay?
Awesome. Okay. So, as you're all dropped out in front of the carousel, a procession of wooden unicorns stands motionless on a circular wooden platform. Fervors clamber onto the unicorn's back, and a female centaur sets the ride in motion. The unicorns shake their manes and creak to life, each of the wooden constructs beginning to show the vibrancy and the motion of an actual living horse, cantering around the carousel to the delight of their riders. So, as you all approach, Diana Clompington turns towards you all.
Fucking god.
Clumpington.
Diana Clompington turns towards you all.
Diana Clompington.
Diana Clompington
Wow.
turns towards you all. She crosses her arms and she says, Zephyr, I am not letting you on the ride for free. You know I can't.
And he's like flailing his hand at Aurora, like, don't worry about it, Aurora.
Diana, I show her both of our tickets.
Feast your eyes. We got free rides all day.
I'm just gonna say now, this would be my bestie here.
All right.
Just
So,
looking at her art, especially with the way that Zai just harassed her.
so her arms crossed in front of her. She looks down. She's like, unlimited tickets. For both
Yeah.
of you. And
For all 5 of us.
and who are these two then? Looking
These are our
towards Gast and
newest
Revan.
friends. These are our newest friends. You should meet. This is Gast. Gast, say hi.
She's a little shy.
They're both. I think it's both our jobs to like find their happiness. You know. I think this is what the benefactor who gave us these tickets wants us to do. You know.
Problem is, my happiness is not really in a spot like this, gentlemen.
Diana
I come
nods.
from the wilds and the woodlands more than it does here.
Oh, you want
But-
wilds? You want woodlands? Let's go tame some animals.
Revan, Diana clops over towards you. She leans down and she says, I understand. This isn't exactly my most favorite place either, but we each find ourselves where we're supposed to be, don't we?
That was rather ominous.
Diana,
Yes.
do you remember ever losing anything while you were here?
She kind of leans over, she says, well, there was my horse. I had lost her once, but you see, sometimes you lose something and then you make a deal to get it. And as she says the word deal, her fingers begin to break out in mushrooms, like pop, pop, pop,
Oh.
pop, 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 pop. She says,
Oh, I don't like
Diana!
that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Apologies.
That's so cool.
No,
Is there anything I can help with?
She says, oh no, nothing, no, nothing
Oh,
like
Diana,
that.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. Well, you mentioned.
Gast is going to whisper to Revan, what does a centaur do with a horse?
I'm wondering the same thing.
Aura doesn't
She's
ask
concerned.
questions. She just lets her friends be the way they want to.
Zephyr doesn't even think twice. Like, she has a horse. What's wrong with that?
So,
I guess
let me check something real quick.
it's like owning a monkey.
So, yeah, wow, okay. So, Gast, as you whisper that to Revan, Diana says, "Oh, I'm not a centaur. I'm a human who made a very bad deal."
Oh, are you and your horse the same person now?
She kind of does like the half nod, half pout.
Oh.
But you look awesome.
Seems
Well, thank you. I
And
do what
who
I
did
can.
Who did you deal with? Did you happen to get a free ticket for unlimited stuff?
Nothing like that. You see, I went looking for my and she hacks
oh.
up a whole ass frog.
Diana, do you need water? Are you okay?
Oh no, the slime. It's quite lubricating. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Do you need like a piece of paper if you want to talk or something? It seems like you can't talk about whatever you're doing.
The rules are very
Yeah.
specific. If I was to try to write it down, the paper would simply burst into flames. It's fine.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
you mentioned having lost something. She leans in towards all of you. Do all of you remember having lost something?
I did
I
not
just
lose
don't
anything.
remember what I've lost.
But
Zephyr
something is
nods
missing.
emphatically.
She says, indeed. She turns back. I'm sorry, folks. We need to shut down the ride for aesthetic augmentations. We'll be reopening
have
in just a few minutes. And then she turns
Are we
back
gonna have a
towards...
private ride?
She turns back towards you. She says, these unicorns hold secrets that I cannot speak aloud.
Okay.
Would you
Okay,
like...
where are the unicorns?
She gestures towards the carousel, each one of the horses being a unicorn.
I run to one of them.
Oh yeah,
I'm on it.
behind them.
I'm on it right now. Tell me your secrets, horse.
question.
Yeah.
Are any of these unicorns white in color?
Yeah, there's a bright white one. Golden
That is
mane.
probably the one. That is probably the one Raven will go to, just because the white unicorn is the symbol of his goddess.
Fantastic. So Diana Cloppington follows you all up towards the carousel. She says, "You must speak to the unicorns, but you must first earn their trust by learning their names." She gives each of you a clay pot of gold paint and some paintbrushes.
Oh.
She
Ooh.
says, "We'll close the carousel down for essential repairs and aesthetic augmentations. You must learn the names of the unicorns and write them into their name tags. If you can do this, maybe they'll speak to you, and they'll say what I can't."
And how do we go about doing the learning of the names thing?
She gestures to the carousel. She says, "You'll see."
Okay.
I will accept my paint pot and go fucking talk to a unicorn.
I promise not to break anything.
I
my
do
God.
not.
Thanks, Diana.
Zephyr's gonna find the brightest blue one he can find.
Or as you pass by, Diana says, "Of course, Aura. I hope you find what it is you're looking for. And
I don't even know what that is. Zephyr says I lost something, but I don't lose things. I'm the one that makes him stop losing things.
Maybe it's a metaphor.
we can all lose things sometimes, Aura. I'm sure you'll find out what it is that you lost soon enough."
Alright. Well, thanks again.
Maybe we lost our minds and this is all a dream.
I'm okay with that.
All right. So, each of these unicorns, these wooden unicorns, have a name tag attached to them. So, the first one, each of the unicorns has a name tag attached to them, and they each have letters missing. One of the unicorns in each of the pair of them sitting next to each other has letters missing from its tag. The first two unicorns, one of them
I'm ready.
One of them is named Fortune. The other, its name tag is scratched out, only revealing the letter B.
Oh.
Dibs. Dibs.
Dibs on B.
How many
Dibs
does
on
it?
the pair.
Are you able to see? Are we able to make out how many letters are missing from the one that's missing, or
So,
just that the one
Each
letter
of
is there?
you is kind of looking around at all of these right now, kind of collectively attempting to solve these. So you can make a perception check to see if you can see how
Hold
many
on.
letters are left, and then
I'll do this.
okay.
Sorry.
Or it
I also
does
can
look
tell you-
like the word
oh.
contains 4 letters total. Now, before we solve that one, let's move on to the next one. The first unicorn has the name Fall. Second unicorn, 2 letters at the front of the word P and R. The next unicorn, one of them is named Stone. The next one has 2 letters on the tag, several missing. The letter M and the letter S. The fourth pair, the final pair, one of them is named Stitch. The other word has only the letter N remaining. So let me know which one you all want to attempt first. Gast, you were saying that you wanted a crack at that first one. What do you think it is?
Yes, please. Well, Gast follows Tamora, and her whole tagline is "Fortune favors the bold."
So you use your gold pot of paint to finish the word bold.
Yes.
The horse neighs, shaking its mane, and turns towards you and gives you a nod.
Oh.
There's only four sets.
There's 4 sets, correct. It's not one of those things where each of you needs to solve one individually. You can all solve them together.
Okay.
And you said the next
Oh.
set is fall, and then PR blank blank.
Correct. You don't know how many letters it was supposed to be, though.
Can I make a perception check to see?
Sure, how many letters are missing?
Yep.
It appears that there are 3 letters missing.
Okay. PR.
Does anyone
Pride.
it's pride goes before the fall.
Oh, okay. Didn't know these were all idioms.
They might not be because I have no idea what MS is.
Okay.
I said
Terrible
fall
disease.
prone.
Prone.
Oh, it might be. It might be.
I thought it was pranks or something.
It might be. Go ahead.
But let's
Pirate.
go pride. Pride. I like the idioms idea.
I do too.
So you all use the gold paint to finish the word pride.
Yep.
The unicorn straightens, coming to life a bit, shakes its head majestically, and gives a very elegant bow.
Okay.
Zephyr's gonna pet its mane.
Feels real. Feels like real horsehair.
Barry's got an ecstatic look on his face.
Was MS at the start of it or near the end of
You
the...
can make a perception check. Remember, we always allow up to 2 checks, so good luck. Gast, you cannot tell. As you are kind of investigating and taking a closer look, a crack of fireworks goes off behind you, jostling your attention.
Do you want me to try to do a perception check since I can add that +4, that D4 to it?
Someone needs to.
Roll and see how it is, because you have a +6 anyway to perception. Yeah, you're good.
Very nice. So, Revan, you can see that for the phrase whose partner is stone, it is M space space S. Stone and
Moss.
M space space S.
Rolling stones gather no moss.
Moss, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use my gold paint to complete moss in there.
The horse whinnies, shakes its mane, does a little circle around a couple times, and then returns to its original pose. Also brought to life. The
Team.
4th pair.
I will make the first perception check.
Zephyr is gonna touch you on the shoulder, be like, "You got this," and give you bardic inspiration.
Woo!
Oh. What do I do with that? Oh, I
Add a d6.
and a d6.
Ooh, nice!
Nice.
Fantastic.
16.
So, blank, blank, N, blank.
Blank, blank, and blank.
Stitch is the first word on the other unicorn.
Blank,
Obviously,
blank,
it's not
and
Lilo.
blank.
Oh, is it? Oh, blank, blank, what's the letter?
N.
N.
As in nasty.
Blank.
A stitch in time saves 9?
Something like that.
It might fit, and that was actually something I was thinking about. I was just thinking stitch in time, so it being an N kind of threw me, but you might be onto something there.
Oh my god, it keeps taking away. Whatever.
So you use the gold paint to finish the word 9.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fantastic. The final horse neighs and whinnies, shakes its mane, and the entire carousel comes to life and begins its route. All of the horses look towards you. Thank you! All in unison. And Diana, you can see her approach, and she claps for you. The same sad and forlorn look on her face as she nods and gives you the go on gesture.
Zephyr's like, okay, and talks to the first one that's willing to talk to him.
Gast is going to go to Fortune and Bold, since those are kind of her goddess's jam.
Okay.
Moss is an H3. I'll talk to that one.
I'll go talk to whatever the other one that Zephyr is talking to.
Okay. So. Okay. So, as you approach, Fortune favors the bold. Gast. It turns towards you. It leans in. And it says, "Such a lovely face. It's a shame that Bavlorna had to take it from you.
Who the what now?
Wait,
Such
what?
a beautiful,
Who's Bavlorna?
what is the word that goes with the face? The word that is you." The unicorn kind of tilts its head a bit. "Bavlorna Blightstraw, such a villain. So cruel."
Bavlorna?
The horse turns away from you. Go ahead.
Who is that? Bavlorna Blastraw.
Oh, hope you never find out. Hope you never find out. Best it stays lost.
But you can't live without a face. What? No.
Zephyr, you are at a different horse right now, bud.
I know. I assume I could hear it.
Very loud. Lots of stuff going on.
Okay.
Can you tell me
Music.
how to find her?
She says, "Oh, if you are meant to, you won't need help from me."
I'm just
Hither,
going to
thither, and yon, to all places forever gone. And the horse turns back to wood.
Hither, thither, and gone,
Hither, thither, and yon.
and yawn. What was that full thing? I'm writing it.
I don't remember.
Me too.
Aw.
Sorry, I just kind of came up with it.
Oh,
know
you
what- I
made
don't know
that up
what
like
to
that was in the book!
I don't know what to
That was
say.
so good!
I'm sorry. Watch the video.
It's a one-time deal.
The horse
That
is
was
wood
so-
now. You don't get to know.
Look, if you honestly made that up from the top of your head, that was so
awesome.
good.
Mhm.
So Gast is gonna like press her forehead to the forehead of the wooden unicorn and just tell it thank you.
Okay.
Because now she knows what she's missing.
Okay.
Your
Revan,
face.
where are you?
No.
Is there any of these that someone isn't already speaking with?
I think the
Um,
twins are at the same one, so there would.
Well, there's 8
one that-
horses. There's 8
Oh,
Oh,
horses.
okay.
There is Pride and Fall. There is Fortune and Bold. There is Stone and Moss. And there is Stitch and Nine.
I think I will speak with 9 in that case.
9? Okay. So you're speaking with 9. Fantastic. So 9 turns towards you. And 9 says, "A rambling cottage on stilts in the swamp. Wandering forever, lost amongst the fog. She has your scaly friends."
His eyes narrow a bit at that as he asks, "Are you able to tell me the name of this entity?"
You know it already. The horse kind of turns back to look towards Gast with her head on the horse's mane.
In that case, I thank you for what you were able to tell me, my friend.
It gives you a nod.
Should the gods and fate allow, I'll take it from here.
Best of luck. You will need it, traveler. Now,
Maybe.
Zompano, who are you speaking to?
Moss.
Moss.
You like
Speaking to
Yep.
Moss.
Hey, Moss, it's your boy, Zampano.
That's your boy, Zompano.
Okay, lay those secrets on me.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. So, Moss turns towards you and says, "A dollhouse. A dollhouse full of faces."
Oh, I don't like that. Okay, can you take back your secret?
It turns towards you. It kind of tilts its head to the side. Faces
Okay,
that can't remember
okay.
the first face they see.
Dollhouse that can't remember the first faces they see?
A dollhouse full of faces and can't
Gonna die
remember the
here.
first creature she sees.
Oh, okay. I hope these aren't real things. Is that it?
She says she won't remember the first face she sees.
Okay.
She.
There's a lot of she's going around.
All right.
And if I know anything about a lot of she's and missing items.
Several she's. I am concerned. All right. Aura. What horse are you approaching?
Aura would talk to Fall.
Fall.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's her biggest fear.
So heading over to Fall.
Pepper would be at Pride. Or not, or, no, yeah. No, you're already at Pride,
No,
sorry.
she's at Fall. So
Oh, yeah,
Pride
not
and Fall,
Fall,
two different
Pride.
horses.
Yeah, we'd be right next to each other for sure, though.
Okay. So, the horses, the first one would look up towards you, Aura, and it would say, "Grave, Moongrave, at the end, Endolin, Moongrave. She took something from you, something so precious, something that still touches your eyes, but none else. Endolin Moongrave. She has what you seek." And as the unicorn is speaking to Aura, Zephyr, at the same time as this is going on, your unicorn is saying, "Atop the mountain, the show is played. A theater, wonderful to behold, but terrible. You will find what you seek there, in the theater of the end."
Ooh, that's ominous.
Want to trade for dolls?
No.
She says, "Beneath the moon and at the end, the theater atop the mountain."
Do you have directions to this mountain?
The horse kind of just looks at you, and then turns back to wood.
Nay.
He just continues petting it because he was petting it the whole time.
Should have responded with nay, and then
Nay.
turned.
Nay. That would have been good. Yep. Nay.
Well, that wasn't completely ominous, not at all.
None of those were completely ominous. Not words.
I'll forget by tomorrow.
I wrote them down. Don't worry.
Oh, thanks, sis.
With that, Diana Clompington walks up. She says, "All right, I have to reopen now, everybody. Did you find what you needed?"
No.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Sorta.
Zombino.
Gast is
She
very
just
near and
squints her
dear.
eyes at you, Zephyr.
He just
Diana, I'm
shrugs.
so sorry. You know
Says-
how he is.
Oh, I know. Well, I hope this was helpful. I hope you all found at least something that you could find out. Just be careful. Be careful where you're going, everybody.
We will. And I give her a hug.
Zephyr's just like, of course. I'm always careful.
Where are we going? I thought we're just being in the carnival.
She gives you the tilting head to the side, little pout, like, "Oh, bless you," and then trots off back to the carousel.
Why would we leave the carnival? Everything we have is here.
Except,
What we lost.
all right, everybody, let's go ahead and take our break. When we come back, you all can continue your exploration of the Witchlight Carnival. All right, everybody. We are back. You all have just visited Diana Cloppington and the carousel and discovered some interesting revelations there. Not only that Diana had some secrets of her own that she could not share with you under pain of some odd punishments, but she did lead you in the direction of being able to find some answers to your own questions. Namely, beginning to elaborate on the things that you had lost, finding little cryptic messages, little cryptic clues about what you might be able to see and find in the future regarding those things. So now, after having left the carousel, the five of you gather outside, your bubble having been popped just outside. You all stand near the carousel grounds right over there. Where would you all like to go?
Lost property.
I don't think that's in this place.
Right here.
Oh, they got us
Yeah,
about
it's right south.
property.
Lost
Right-
property. Ooh.
Yeah, right south of us. Like, I don't know. I feel like we should get at the bottom of this, and we can enjoy our time here.
Aura's
Well-
gonna walk. Oh, you first, Revan.
Well, the problem is that from what the various unicorns said, that's not where the stuff that we were searching for is located at.
Where else?
But
would
are
it
any
be?
of us smart enough to realize that?
I've got a 12 intelligence at least.
Same.
Smarter than the average
Okay.
bear.
Yeah. I'm a little bit smarter than an average bear. I've got
Mainly
an 8.
because nature is a good skill for a ranger, and it is
It's also
intelligent.
right here. So, like, it's right there.
Yeah.
Never hurts to check.
What time of the
Okay.
day is it?
It is between... So the carnival opened at 8. It is between the first and second hour. So it would put it right around 9.
Okay.
Just before 9. So yeah, that's
So
actually a good question.
we're
The
between
carnival
this
the
one.
carnival goes from
Oh,
carnival goes from
big
7
screamer.
to 2. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Sorry, from 6 to 2. So that would... Sorry, I should have established the time frame a little better. So the carnival goes for 8 hours, and it starts at 6. So 6 to 2? Is that right? Math?
Yeah.
Math and time? Hard things?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it goes from 6 to 2,
Uh,
meaning it's between 6 and 7 right now.
Okay, so we're right here.
It's between 6 and 7 right now. The Big Top Extravaganza would be at 10, and then 9, thank you.
It's 6.
And then the crowning of the
7, 8,
Witchlight
9.
Carnival at
1.
2?
It's
Yeah.
1 p.m.
Okay.
It's if you counted on your hourglasses up there,
Here,
it's
yep,
6,
hourglass is up
7,
here.
8, 10, 11, 12, 1. We go from 6 to 1.
So 6, 7, 8. Big Top Extravaganza is at 9. And
Yep.
the crowning is at 1. Cool, perfect.
I do think that there is something down below known as that says it's a mystery mine.
Mm-hmm.
That might be worth checking out in case there's some sort of other clues we could glean from there.
With the faces.
The faces.
We have lots of things that we need to look at for faces.
Yeah.
What about dolls?
But okay, so that is one that I would suggest going to. Though I do also know possibly some of the various rides here could possibly get us there quicker, maybe? Like, I don't know if the feasting or could really give us any. Well, it don't matter. Are you really set and determined to go to the Lost Property Zappano?
We could always save it for later. I'm just saying that maybe we should we should find our stuff first, so we can just spend the rest of the day having fun and not worrying with this weird thing
It
on our
is
shoulder.
right there. Like, it's right there.
Okay, well, let's go look at it then.
We're gonna have to pass
Okay.
it anyway.
Zampano, it doesn't really sound like our things are here.
No.
What could we have? Well, we don't know what we lost, so maybe we'll see what we lost and we'll remember.
So you'll pass by the lost property on the way out of the carousel anyways, so you will at least pass
Yeah.
by it.
Yeah, no.
So,
Zapper knows what he lost.
Yeah, so does Gas now. Thanks, creepy fucking
Aura
horse.
doesn't. Aura still doesn't understand.
right. Maybe a little bit of denial.
The great Zampano does
Or-
not play with dolls.
So,
Right.
as you all head away from the carousel, heading over to the nearby bridge that you can cross over, you pass directly by the Lost Property stall. Outside of the Lost Property wagon is a large feline creature with midnight blue fur. It has a pair of tentacles extending from its shoulders, and it wears fake butterfly wings. Hanging from its collar is a small wooden keg. Creature roughhouses with two young boys. One squeals, "Again, Durla, again!" while the other hangs onto the creature's neck. They roll around, having a great time as you all pass. Here she
Back
is.
with his tentacles.
Oh,
Very
Oh my god, I
pretty.
want one.
Is that a
This
Displacer?
place or beast?
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That child is going to get AIDS.
Can I go run up to it and like rub my face in her head and go, "Hi, girl, how are
Yep.
you? What a
So-
good girl."
She runs up, says, "Hello, Aura. It's good to see you." And Vero, don't go running off now. And she reaches out one of her tentacles and gets the kid by the scruff of his shirt and lifts him back over and drops him down next to her.
It's like hurting kittens, am I right?
Says, she gets a little sad when you say that.
Oh. Oh no. Did you lose your kids?
Jesus!
So,
Wow.
Can we
Ready
just
for
push
the
Dimpno
Dear
like,
Legrand.
off platform?
Gilligron looks towards you, and her eyes kind of get a little watery. And before she can say another word, one of the boys, the older of the two, runs over and reaches into a basket and lifts out a mirrored ball. Looks at it, and Durlagoon, in a rare moment of anger, growls and snatches the ball back with a snarl and a flick of its tentacle, causing Vero to shriek and dash off into the park in fright.
Oh no.
Dearlagorn says, "Oh no, I'm so sorry, Vero, no, oh." She
Should we
turns
go
towards
after
you and she
Can we,
says, she lifts the ball up and she says, "It was Stars, my young one. Please find Vero for me. I must attend Alowin here. I can't leave him alone. He's too little. Please, go find Vero. Bring him back to me."
We'll get him.
Feeling bad about the whole thing, I'm just like, you got it. And I just run after him. Okay.
Do I know which direction he...
You saw the direction he ran in, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So on we go.
Do I still... do I see, am able to see. Okay, yeah. Well, I will start tracking them down.
Fantastic. So, we need perception checks from everyone searching for the child.
I am going to give Revin some bardic inspiration because he believes he's the best to find it.
Awesome.
Oh,
25, and I also get to do a D4 on top of it,
D6.
plus a D6.
Whoa!
Oh man,
Look
you
at
see that child?
Basically, yeah.
So, you are hot on the trail of this child. You can see through the park. You're following the foot tracks. You're following the little bits of ice cream that have fallen on the ground as he runs away with his ice cream cone. Doesn't take you long to catch the trail and follow it through the park. He's gotten a pretty decent ways away to a few stands nearby. And as you head over there, you see something strange. The child is standing in front of what looks like a 10-foot tall shadow.
Oh.
Darkness kind of whips away from it like little wisps of smoke. The child is standing in front of him, awestruck, looking up at the creature. It hands out a great big cone of cotton candy in its hands, reached out to the child. Vero reaches his hands up to it.
Are we close enough to yell to him?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Can we yell no?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna yell his name. What was it, Vero?
Vero
Vero.
The
Just,
kid-
Yeah, just like.
whips around
voice.
towards you, and the shadow behind it, eyes whip up, and you see two bright red burning coals where the eyes should be in this shadowy figure. Can't see the face, can't make out any features, but you know it is just scowling at you. You see it kind of look down towards the child and then look up towards you one more time, and then in a whirlwind of smoke and darkness, it vanishes.
And we scared it away. Good job, Gast.
I'm gonna run up to Vero. Come on, let's get back.
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Daryl
Dear the Gron.
Dira.
Dira, yep.
What was that?
The child runs up.
but let's
I don't know,
get
he
outta
said he
here."
had candy for me. Just reaches up his hand to whoever will take it.
I grab his hand.
Child, there are creatures and entities in this world that will attempt to trick you with things such as food, money, sustenance.
Oh, relax.
He looks like the kid's just like looking up at you like blank face, like, huh?
Is there any
Those are
place
some pretty big
for-
words.
Is there any place nearby where we can get him a cotton candy? Because Gas will have already headed over to get him one.
Fantastic. There is a few stalls nearby that do indeed serve cotton candy, and with your unlimited ticket, Gast, it
Aura
is free.
follows.
All right.
Gas.
And he's gonna hand it over to Vero. Just be like,
Zapper's getting his own. Probably two of them.
Awesome. Vero
I'm gonna
is.
take a 5.
It's like he was never upset to begin with. His face, he's all happy. He's bouncing around. Doesn't even realize anything went wrong.
Thanks, Gas.
this is probably like the most social anyone has seen Gas. She is just talking to the kid.
Zapper's gonna walk up like, "You're so good with kids. That was awesome."
Leave her alone.
He just wipes his hand at Aura.
I grab one of the cotton candies.
Oh.
Not like you can eat both anyway.
I was gonna try.
Now we'll never know.
Last time you did that, do you want me to tell everyone what happened?
Yeah,
It happened. Tell.
Gas is just gonna take the kid in her arm, like pick him up and just carry, like walk.
Nice.
Ugh.
We gotta go talk to the kitty man again. Come on, guys.
Her name is Dirla.
Dearla.
Dirla. Dirlagarn.
Dearlagron is the full name.
Dearlagron.
Known to those at the carnival as Dearla.
I'm just gonna bring Vero back to Dearla and assume everyone is walking also with me.
Yeah, as soon as you took off, I took off after you.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Zephyr's right behind you, skipping a little bit.
So heading back to the lost property area, Deerla's up. The other child, Elwyn, is on her back, and Deerla's looking around. She sees you guys. She's like, "Oh, you found him! Thank you so much! Thank you! Thank you!" And she uses both her tentacles to pick up Vero. Vero, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. And he's like, "What?" And she sets him back down.
Nice.
Dear, there was something trying to get him to go with it. A dark shadow with red eyes.
Deerla her face gets very somber, very serious. She says, Something is wrong. Something has been going on. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light have been on edge. They're not taking any audiences with anyone or talking to anyone, but they're worried, and I don't know why. Not even the carnival staff can get an audience with them at the moment. They're just locked up over in the staff area, behind the big top, and no one's talking with them.
Did they lose something too?
Deerla
Is
kind
this
of
new?
They're usually out here all the time, interacting with the guests, making sure everyone has tickets, but the last few days they've been quiet. Well, at least they're still talking to anyone, any of the Witchlight, anyone crowned the Witchlight Monarch. They're still having their audiences with them, and of course anyone who puts on a particular spectacular show at the big top, they'll still talk to them. And, anyone that causes too much trouble around here. They'll still get a firm talking to from Witch and Light.
Zephyr just kind of like swings his arms and looks around.
I look right at Zephyr, and then
Ooh,
at
trouble.
Zampano, and then back
What?
at Zephyr, and then back at Zampano. Trouble, you
Like an
say?
innocent arm swing. Do 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 do.
But Deerla says,
Big butt.
well, I am
What
so
you're saying is if you're
very
really
grateful to
talking
you
about
all.
start a fight.
Deerla thanks you all immensely for helping her. And you can see that people are kind of gathered around. They could tell that the child went missing, and a bunch of people give little claps, and you can tell that people are just generally in a better mood for having seen this child go missing and then be recovered, and the attitude of the carnival improves. You see the lights growing, glowing just a little bit brighter. You see the people all smiling just a little bit more.
Yay!
Can we make a big show of it? Like, make a big announcement? Like,
Yeah.
here, Durla, the lost child has been returned!
Fantastic.
As all the people are clapping, Zephyr's gonna be bowing and waving it, flourishing his hands, just like it was almost like a performance.
Nice.
Gas just shrinks.
Or it just
Raise up.
waves.
Yeah, I
Like,
raise
this
up Revan's hand. Like, and just like, be like, we have our unparalleled tracker here. Lose anything and he will be able to find it for you.
It's turning into its own act.
Yeah. Aura's just doing her her wave that she does like after an act.
Nice.
Very like proper, smiling and bowing her head at the clapping.
Exact opposite of Zephyr.
Exact opposite.
And with that, I think we advance to the second hour.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Where to next?
Lost property. We didn't get it there yet.
Oh, right. So that was Lost Property, where the Displacer Beast was. She was hanging out just outside Lost Property. Vero picked up the mirrored ball out from Lost Property.
I do have a question.
Uh-huh.
While everyone else is trying to get attention and like hamming it up, can Gasp whisper to Deerla to keep an eye out for that shadow?
Absolutely. And Deerla would give you a nod and like a low growl and said, "No one's going to hurt these cubs."
Good deal.
Not after.
I believe her.
Right, and she would add on, "Not after what happened to Little Star."
Oh.
Little Star, write that down.
Mm-hmm.
So, none of our stuff are with you, Durla.
So, if you would describe any of the objects that you were looking for, she would say that no, nothing like that has been turned in here.
Oh well. Back to the fun, guys!
I guess so.
We've got the Pixie Kingdom, the Hall of Illusions, the Mystery Mine. There's so many fun things to do.
Zephyr,
I
didn't you
have a
pick something
question.
else?
Right across the bridge are dragonfly rides.
Is that where you want to go, Gast?
She's just kind of looking like really wistfully over the bridge.
Not saying anything, just looking at them with big eyes.
Aura's gonna
Oh,
kind of just like put her arm on Gast's shoulder and like, let's go, come on. And like kind of push her, but very softly over the bridge.
Zephyr's like, screw all that, grabs her by the arm and kind of skips again. They're so much fun.
Gast's arm jumping up and down again.
Yup.
we're off to see the dragon, the wonderful dragon ride.
Just assume anytime we're walking anywhere in the carnival, that is what's happening.
Right. Okay. Fantastic. So, as you all make your way over there, you see huge lily pads resting on the surface of a beautiful pool glistening with phosphorescent algae. It makes opalescent shimmers as the lights of the carnivals dance over this pond, and giant dragonflies use the lily pads as landing platforms, buzzing loudly overhead with wings as brilliant as stained glass windows, and alighting briefly to drop off and pick up excited passengers. Near the entrance, a small, smiling tree turns your way and beckons you over. A red squirrel clings to its leafy canopy, peering at you all suspiciously. Northwind, the tree, greets you all. Welcome, everyone! It's wonderful to see you again. You all got your seeds and dandelions, yes?
Of course.
Wonderful.
Your eyes on.
This is the ant and the squirrel from earlier.
It is.
Okay.
I didn't get a dandelion, but I did get a seed.
The squirrel kind of narrows his eyes at you and says, not everyone gets a dandelion.
Oh wow,
Zephyr's
that's rude.
Zephyr's gonna stick his tongue out at the squirrel.
It sticks its tongue out back at you.
Gast is wearing hers. Like you can just kind of see it sticking out from under her hood a little bit, like it's in her hair.
Nice. So there's a few people in front of you in line. So as you show Northwind your tickets. Did I show everyone Northwind? I did not. Here's Northwind.
No, not yet.
Northwind in red.
Oh!
Oh. Red doesn't
It's
have
like-
wings.
Red.
It's like a
Yeah.
fruit with a afro. I love it.
So there's a few people in line waiting. You can see people getting onto the dragonflies and they all zip across, and Northwind says, wonderful, wonderful. Unlimited tickets, I see. That's very good for you all, very good. And Red kind of folds his arm. I've never gotten an unlimited ticket before.
Zephyr just puffs out his chest.
Well, maybe if you were a little nicer, Red, people would be more inclined to give you tickets.
Yeah, we've got a mysterious benefactor.
Of course, that's not always a good thing, considering we're not sure who it even is.
But they bought us
Northwind.
a ticket.
Northwind kind of leans down towards Red and whispers, but whispers so loudly that everyone within like 15 feet can hear. Like, see that, Red? She thinks you should be nicer too.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Burn.
Burn.
Zephyr's
Beat
just
me
gonna
to my brother!
Now, Red is perfectly nice. I understand him very well.
Jeez.
He didn't give me a flower. He's mean.
He puffs his cheeks
yeah.
out like enormously and blows raspberries at you.
Gast
That's
is gonna
fair.
pull the dandelion out of her hair and just like she's not even gonna look at him. She's gonna hand it to him.
He's like,
looking
no.
at the other.
No, that's yours, rightfully yours. The squirrel's just a meanie head for not giving me one.
I
You
grab
deserve
Zephyr
yours.
by the ear and I just start pulling him away.
You
from
hear
Red.
him whine as he gets pulled away.
Fantastic.
That's enough.
Okay, can somebody please roll a d6 for me?
Okay.
Not it.
Okay, no.
No.
Nope. Zai said he
okay.
got it.
No, I said not it.
Oh, I think he said got it.
Okay.
Oh.
So, you see Northwind kind of looking around and leans down towards Red and whispers to Red again as you all head away and says, "Hey, Red, did you know Mr. Witch and Mr. Light aren't the carnival's original owners? They aren't even from the Feywild. Matter's not
Don't
an inch,
talk
we're
like
all
that.
big what?" Northwind looks up like didn't realize anyone else could hear. Swallows a big gulp. Looks like she wasn't saying anything. Kind of looks around all nonchalantly.
Don't talk like that about Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. They gave us a home.
She nods and she says, I'm sorry, I'm just... You know me, I like the gossip. It's my vice."
Zomp just looks very like confused. Like, but I thought they've always owned the carnival. What do you mean that they're not the original owners?
Well,
Who are they?
You see, and Red runs up and... Northwind, stop it!
Oh no, the cat's out of the bag now.
Yeah, you might as well talk about it.
So that's all I heard. You heard me.
Don't.
Okay.
He's gonna insight.
Good.
Boo.
Yeah, that's about it.
Can I insight?
Always allowed to.
Excuse me.
Are you sure you want to? Well, yeah, that's good. Never mind.
Okay. So Northwind knows more. They definitely have some more little tidbits. Red's like very firmly sitting in front of Northwind's face, though. Like,
Zephyr's gonna try and pick Red up and pet him.
Oh Jesus!
Oh no.
Red looks towards you and then whips around so that his back is up against Northwind's face, and he's got like his claws, his arms and legs out to either side like an X holding on to Northwind. Make an acrobatics check. Oh, let's see what Red can do. He is a squirrel, so we're gonna give him a +8.
Oh.
Oh, so Zephyr, you reach up and he's about to leap off and try to leap away from you. You catch him midair.
And I squeeze him and pet him, and then say, "Go ahead, Tree."
All of the curses known in Sylvan, are streaming out of Red's mouth right now.
I know, and I know every word he's saying, and I'm just giggling.
You see a couple like wooden nymphs nearby, just like
Clutching their pearls.
It's like, all right, Tree Man, what you got for us?
Northwind
And he's
leans down.
petting Red's head, patting
like
it
all
as he's scowling.
conspiratorially, and whispers loud enough for everyone nearby to hear. Well, I also found out that the carnival can't run without Mr. Witch's pocket watch. He never loses it. And there's nothing more that Mr. Light likes than a sea of smiling faces. If the carnival's happy, he's happy. There's even word that if the carnival is happy enough, he seeks out the one that's responsible and congratulates them personally.
Oh.
You see like 10 other people around like nodding, like, yeah.
Ooh, and as he hears this, he sees that Red's scowling. He's go, let me put him down, pats him on the head, smile, and
Red
with his
runs up your
fingers,
pant leg and bites you on the knee. And then runs away.
He's like, I deserve that.
During all that chaos, would it be possible for Gas to slip a token onto Northwind?
Yeah.
Alright, because she can check in once in a while to see what they're talking about.
Oh,
To
nice.
connect
Okay, so you're trying to leave a token on Northwind without Northwind knowing?
Yes, please.
Make a sleight of hand check.
This is not going to be a...
I can't give you inspiration. I don't know you're doing it.
Okay. Here is Northwind's distracted, so we'll give Northwind disadvantage on this, and we will add... What is Northwind's perception? 0. Good job, Northwind. God. Alright, so... We're rolling 2d20s.
Sounds like my kind of character.
Here we go. Northwind has disadvantage. A 6. Northwind does not notice you placing the token.
Hooray.
The average was in your
So,
favor.
Yeah, there's a handful of her hair up in that branch.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, with that, Northwind looks over and says, "Oh, it's your turn, everybody. There you are." And they lead you and they gesture you over towards a bunch of giant dragonflies.
Zephyr's gonna thank him as he gets on his dragonfly.
Fantastic. Okay. So, boarding the dragonflies, as you get onto them, they all kind of hum to life and they lift off the ground. They lift your feet off the ground, hover in the air a little bit, and begin buzzing around. Now,
Space.
begin buzzing around, and let's go ahead and have everybody make animal handling checks.
I could have taken
boy.
that one. Can I give myself inspiration?
Can you?
I believe I
I'm
can.
gonna
No.
do my added D4 thing.
I don't think bards can.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
As
They
late
can
as it is,
later.
as late as it is, I'm going to go ahead and take my sessional because it feels weird for a ranger to fail an animal handling check.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and not use my sessional because that's fucking hilarious.
Same.
Yes.
It's okay, my acrobatics is really good, so I think I'll be okay. I hope. Don't fuck
Okay.
me, dice gods.
Little cat, what are you doing?
Is everybody rolled?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so looks like Zompano and Zephyr. Revan too. Looks like a DC 12. Fantastic.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah.
Oh, you
'cause
took
I went
advantage?
ahead and used
Fantastic,
my
okay.
sessional.
You can
Because I
keep
was
it. 12 is good enough.
Oh. Oh, okay.
12 is good enough, and there's no extra benefit for getting over that. So all good. Keep your sessional. Okay. So your dragonfly, you're able to kind of steer it, and you're getting the feel for how the dragonfly moves and how to get it to go the direction that you want to. The rest of you are just along for the ride. Gast, as you are flying over, you're kind of looking down at the opalescence, and the dragonfly makes a sharp turn that you were not prepared for, pitching you over the side and into the water. It kind of shines around you, and as you're kind of pulling yourself out onto one of the nearby lily pads, the dragonfly lands next to you so you can get back onto it. And you now have this opalescent sheen to you as the magic that was on the pool itself is kind of stuck to you just a bit.
You're so shiny.
Your glitter.
Now,
You okay?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying, are you okay?
She just like spits out some water. Yeah, I'm fine. It's
Fantastic.
harder than it looks.
All right. So, as you all are about halfway through the circuit, halfway through the lazy figure eight these dragonflies are flying around, you hear Northwind, "Look out! Run away, dragonfly!" And you see back at the launch pad, a dragonfly has taken off prematurely with an elderly dwarven man who is holding on for dear life, going flying off up into the air. Northwind yells, "Somebody stop it!"
I will try to.
All right.
Can
I
do
shout
it
out,
from the
"Never
ground?
fear, Zampano is here."
Can I help from the ground, or is it too late?
So, I don't know.
lasso.
How would you help from the ground?
Well, I have a rope.
Oh,
I
nice.
could lasso.
Okay. All right.
I just don't know what kind of roll that would be.
Yeah, that would definitely be, let's call that a D20 with your dexterity modifier added to it.
D20 plus 2.
And what are the rest of you doing to try and stop this? Ooh.
I'm gonna try and dive bomb into the dragonfly and see if I can grab the guy
Fantastic.
off of him.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get another animal handling check from Zampano. And anyone that is attempting this that has already succeeded on their first animal handling check has advantage on the second one. So animal handling check from anyone trying to steer their dragonfly. Gast, you kind of strike a pose, everyone's like watching and everyone's getting ready, and then you throw it and it goes nowhere near the dragonfly.
Limp.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Let me see what I do.
He follows the goddess of luck and has no.
Oh no!
So since it's a check, I get to that. So that's a 23.
Fantastic. So, all of you go chasing after this thing, but Revan's the only one that actually gets up alongside the dragonfly, reaching over and grabbing it by the harness. You can see the dragonfly. Revan, you are proficient in animal handling, yes?
Yes.
This beast is panicked. Like something has scared the shit out of it, right?
Oh.
And you can see that as you fly up alongside. You're able to calm it down. The elderly dwarf was like, oh, I don't like this ride at all. I don't know, no. They told me this was a kid's ride.
What? Did you see something that spooked this creature?
I don't know. I was just sitting there, and then I heard some whispering, and then it just took off.
Oh. Am I able to catch up?
Yes. Anyone that was, let's see. Yes. You were able to catch up, and you were able to hear that. So let's go ahead and get perception checks from Revan, who is still on the ground and has a good view of everything. Gast. I always get the two names mixed up. Let's get a perception check from Gast, Revan, and Zomp.
Can I speak with the dragonfly?
Sure.
Finally.
Do you know speak with animals?
Yes, I do.
Absolutely, you can.
Casting it. Using it.
So,
Using the spell slot.
fantastic. So, Zompano, you fly up alongside and you speak to the dragonfly, and it said, "Mean bird said it was gonna eat me."
Mean bird? How big bird?
Revan, as you hear Zompano say that, you're looking around and you see a Kenku dressed in all black standing near the back of the line with a hood up over her face. She looks at you and kind of glares at you and puts the hood up and turns and runs back into the crowd.
Catch the
Can
mean
I-
bird!
Can I intercept or trip or?
You all
punch
are
in the
out
face?
in the lily pads. The Kenku was in the line. There would be no catching her at this moment.
Okay. That's
But
right.
we
I
have
meant water.
dragonflies. Can
Am
we
I able
fly?
to, like-
They are
Revan is
very specifically trained to not leave the lily pad area.
Revan is cursing the fact that he's in civilization where he can't just shoot at the thing.
Shoot first, ask questions later, huh?
You could always do that.
Perfect shot. It's just like it's a perfect shot, but we're in civilization where there are rules and laws, and that's homicide. Preemptive self-defense doesn't count.
Preemptive self-defense.
Wow, Hank.
Are there any rules in the carnival against something like that?
There are some rules in the carnival. Let's see. Carnival etiquette. There are a few rules. There's not like there's a handbook or anything. Certain actions are tolerated while others cause offense. Politeness goes a very long way. Paying attention when being spoken to, laughing at jokes, joining in with the games and the singing, just generally not being an overt grump goes a long way.
Shit.
Oh shit!
Other
You're not being rude though, Gast.
Okay.
So yeah, interrupting people, being rude, grumpily refusing to dance, things like that are considered unfavorable, but there's no real rules, right? Just like the general rule of just don't be a dick stands.
Okay.
Okay. So, getting back to Northwind, Northwind says, "Thank you. I don't know what happened. It just went crazy and started flying straight up. Well, thank you all. Thank you all very, very much."
There was a Kenku that apparently whispered things to the dragonfly about eating it. Which I
Kenku?
think is a Kenku.
We will certainly be keeping our eyes on that.
Have we had a problem with a Kenku customer before?
No, not that I've heard. Red hops down, says, "Yeah, it's the first I'm hearing of it. Haven't heard anything about a Kenku, but now, if we know that there's a troublemaker in the park, we'll be sure to let everyone know and we'll spread the word around and keep an eye out for him."
Can I tell Red about the shadow with the red eyes and that he should maybe also keep an eye out for it? Since
Yeah.
he is clearly so wise and amazing and has the pulse on this place.
So Red says, now that one we've been keeping an eye out for. We've brought the prop up to Witch and Light a couple times, but they don't seem to want to do anything about it. There's also the little frog lady, too. She's freaking weird.
Frog lady?
Yeah, hangs out in the trees and stuff. Keep your eyes up.
Gosh. Many characters about.
Northwind is like trying to look into its own branches.
Yeah.
Not you, Northwind.
Northwind relaxes visibly.
Yes, do not look too closely in your branches, please and thank you.
Well, you never know. There are savory characters about.
Gast looks guilty.
Gas looks guilty. Red does not notice that you look guilty.
Okay.
Love it.
Fantastic. All right, everybody. Where to next?
Well,
How long am I going to be glittery for?
We'll call it 10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Is anybody
Well,
hungry?
Pepper can see that she's uncomfortable with being glittery, and he's gonna cast Prestidigitation and Cleaner.
He almost gets a smile. But
Almost.
she is the knight, damn it.
He just kind of like hugs her arm.
Oh god.
You'll get used to it.
I don't want to.
I don't want to.
Well, you will.
Oh, you will.
Whether you like it or not.
And I kind of just start skipping off towards the feasting.
Have fun or else.
Towards the feast. Right. So, once again, the atmosphere of the park improves. The music's a little brighter, the lights are a little brighter, and oddly enough, although time is passing, it's not getting any darker. It remains twilight here at the Witchlight Carnival. And it's always caught in that brief moment just after the sun sets when you can't see it on the horizon, but its colors still light up the sky. And that remains for the entirety of your visit. Now, as you all are making your way over towards the feasting orchard, you see quite the large crowd gathered around what looks like a giant mirror. One of the longer flat surfaces, a row of the backs of a few of the small carts, the small games, and you see a bunch of people gathered around it, oohing and awing and pointing. You see some lady just gasp like, "Oh my god, it's horrible!" Very much like they're watching some sort of like a creep show or something along those lines. As you're passing by, Aura, Zomp, and Zephyr, there's no attraction there that you know of.
There's like a big crowd, you're
Yeah.
saying?
Pepper's very interested in his beelining it to it, dragging
Zephyr.
Gast with him.
Zephyr!
What? There's something going on over
Yeah,
there. We gotta know what it is.
I know. Boost me up. You know, like we used to do when we were kids.
Okay, he gets down on one knee.
And I put my foot like on his knee to kind of like boost myself up over the crowd.
The second he lets go of Gast is on the other side. Like, he went around everyone else.
And so he like kind of grabs her and lifts her up as she's like holding onto his head.
All right. So, along the entire wall of the back of all of these carts is what looks like a giant mirror. The surface shimmers vaguely, almost like you're looking through a mist or a rolling fog.
Where
On the
are
other
we at?
You are right here.
Thank you.
No problem. So you see this rolling mist. On the other side of it, you see countless figures marching past. Dozens, if not hundreds, of shambling figures marching in a row along. The air around begins to darken. In this one specific area, you can look out and you can see that beyond 15, 20 feet, 30 feet from where you're standing, again, there's still light. It's still bright, but right where you're at, darkness begins to creep in. The lights dim. You get this sweet, strange smell. It almost smells like decay. And as you're watching, several of the things that are marching past the wall, the mirror that you're looking into, turn towards the group, towards the audience, the dozen people or so that are gathered around. They raise their arms up and begin marching towards your direction. The first of the creatures breaks through the mist, and you see a rotting corpse, half of its face missing, bits of flesh dropping from its arms. Begins marching towards the people. You see an elven pair, a couple, a man and a woman clapping like, "Oh, it looks so realistic, honey! Isn't it wonderful?"
Oh.
Can I like basket jump out of, I don't know what the actual cheerleading move is called, but like jump out of Zypher's hands like towards that couple to kind of like push them out of the way?
Fantastic. Make
Does
an acrobatics
Gast
check.
see any of this?
Gast?
Like,
Yes, you are starting to see it through the crowd, and you definitely hear the people gasping. They're very much just like, "Ooh, what a wonderful makeup job they've done on these creatures," type of thing, you know?
Can I break the mirror?
Gast, you pick something up from the ground and you throw it, and it just passes directly into the mirror. It is not a mirror. It just kind of looks like one. Passes right through the mist, and you actually see your stone kind of tumble into the dirt and roll away into the mass of shambling corpses going by.
To whistle up Revan, the point.
Can
we
attack
Revan notches an arrow.
Yeah.
So, as you all do this, very suddenly, you can all see the darkness is beginning to encroach around, and very suddenly, the fog, it's like almost like a shutter just drops, and it just like, you actually feel and hear a boom as the fog dissipates, and all you see now in front of you is the back of the carts. Except 4 of those shambling figures have worked their way through and are reaching out towards the guests who are still clapping around. And we're gonna roll initiative.
You wanted me to make a check, but I couldn't hear what you...
Oh, I'm sorry.
asked.
Yes, an acrobatics
okay.
check. See if you can
And I'm
vault
also-
yourself over.
I'm also proficient, so I'm holding her so I can help her.
Fantastic. The
to-
20 is good. Aura, you have advantage on your initiative roll.
Cool.
Oof, I wish I had.
So, I need to select myself.
Just roll it again.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take that 18.
Make sure you change it.
I am. You know,
The
that's
music,
19.
Sean, is spot on.
Thank you. I tried on this one. I had a good time going through the music for this game. I get to use a lot of tracks that I don't normally get to use.
You want to go fist fight somebody?
All right. Let's get the zombies in there. Fantastic. Good stuff. All right, Revan, you are up. You see the zombies reaching out towards the people around you. There's about a dozen or 2 dozen people surrounding you all. The zombies are reaching out towards them. The people around you are all clapping and nodding like, yay!
I am going to target the one here on the furthest on the right. And we're going to... Look, I'm find where my little... There you are. Oh, come on. There it is. So let's fire. See if we hit him.
16 hits.
Does
10 piercing. Huge. Fantastic. The arrow plunges directly into the zombie, and it kind of like and spits out all this bile all over the ground. The lady in front of him that was just kind of clapping is like, "Ah!" and kind of turns and runs away.
He just yells, "If you don't know how to fight, clear out. They're real." And then curses in Elvish about the stupidity of people.
Fantastic.
Oh, we
So,
got a
Revan, for this warning you just shouted out to everybody, what do you think would be more appropriate, persuasion or intimidation?
Oh, it's not gonna matter.
Whichever you think would be more appropriate for the way that you warn these people. Okay.
It's a straight roll and it's terrible. So
They all turn
it doesn't
towards you,
matter.
and they're like, "Oh, wonderful! More show, action, yes!"
That was the one I was to do. Tell him it's a show. Everyone circle around. Watch out.
Yeah,
To get people
I would
killed.
like the show.
All right. Anything else from Revan?
He's going to move a little bit closer,
Okay.
and just because he knows that he's not sure how tough some of his new compatriots are yet.
Okay.
Actually, probably be more over here, just over on this side to flank cast. So, okay,
Okay.
that'll work.
Aura.
Cool. Aura's just gonna take a few steps back to be by her brother
Brother.
and be like, okay, maybe getting up close wasn't the best idea, but I'm gonna shoot a magic missile.
Magic missile. Which one?
I'm gonna do it at this one
Got it.
that's coming up towards us. All three are gonna go to him. So, magic missile.
Okay. So 3 missiles, 15 force. Good roll. Good roll. Huge roll. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Several bolts hit the zombie, and blood and guts just go bursting out of it. This black ichor spraying a couple of the observers, and they all just like brushing the terrible smelling stuff off of them.
Don't worry, we will save you.
Everyone claps.
And that is my turn.
Zampano.
Zampano is just gonna be like, yes, we will save you, and just play up the that is like the showmanship aspect of this, and be like, no, we the heroes have arrived, and we will use the powers of Fae and I don't know, anime and God to
The power of anime and God on my side.
and I just throw some glitter at them. And cast fairy fire.
Nice. Okay, what's the radius on that? 20 feet? So you can get 3 of them.
Yeah.
Which 3 do you want?
I guess the 3 closest to me.
Got it.
And DM,
Mm-hmm.
you said that this is normally not here.
No, this is not. This is not part of the scheduled
is-
events.
This is not something that we. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make
Yeah,
sure.
it would be very clear that this is not something normal.
This is not an approved act.
Exactly.
But we will make it a cool act.
We will make it into an act.
Okay, 2 failures, 1 success. Fantastic. Anything with the purple marker on it failed, and anyone has advantage on it now.
Oh wait, I said, could I have gotten the 2 uninjured ones?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
I misheard you. All good.
yeah.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. That works. Cool. Okay, everyone has advantage on the purple ones. And I stand my ground.
A few teenagers behind you are clapping and like oohing and awing at the now purple zombies shambling around. Anything else from Zomp?
Nope, I stand my ground.
Fantastic. So they all begin shuffling towards the closest person to them. This one shuffles up to those teenagers. Does anyone want to attempt to use the reaction to get its attention before it makes contact with them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Aura and Zampano, what are you doing with your reaction to get its attention?
I scream out, "Hey, stink face, over here!"
I crack my whip and just be like, yo. I you wanna eat me.
So it's reaching out towards the small group of teenagers, and it looks over towards you. Or as it looks over towards you, it's like, "Arr!" And then the whip cracks, and then the whole body just shifts, and it begins walking towards you two. Zampano, you have successfully drawn it away from the kids, but it is now coming for you.
Sorry,
Okay.
Zampano. It is a 10 to hit,
Miss.
followed by an 11 to hit.
Miss.
Fantastic. Revan, one of them walks up to you and just kind of reaches out towards you, trying to grab a hold of your cloak. That is going to be a 13 to hit.
That misses.
And Gast, a 17 to hit. Miss. Fantastic. Okay. All right, everybody. That is their turn. Zephyr, you are up.
Is Zampano a melee character or a magic user?
Why not both?
Yeah, no, let's
Well,
go.
you've already used your reaction. Never mind. Zephyr is going to make a flourish and make it look extravagant. And he's going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the one that just attacked Gast.
Nice. It does fail its wisdom save.
Takes 11 and
11
moves
points.
away.
Fantastic. So, 11 points and moves away its full, 15 feet for zombies? 20 feet? 20
That's
feet.
Two attacks about
Turns and just kind of starts shambling away from Gast.
You get to attack it.
Yep.
And,
Opportunity attack, Gast? Ooh, wonderful.
Hey!
Fantastic. So, Gast, as it's walking away, you just expertly flourish your halberd, and it goes right into the back, underneath the base of its skull, and right out in between its eyes. It kind of hangs there for a minute before you withdraw the blade, and it crumples down to the ground.
Zephyr's just in the back clapping like, yeah!
Let's go, let's go,
That
let's
does
go.
not get back up if it was killed by a crit.
And then who goes next? Gas goes
Me.
next. I'm gonna save my bardic. I only have one left. I don't think I have any bonus actions yet, so that'll be it.
All right, Gast, you're up.
She is going to like come around the other side so that her and Revan are flanking it. And I know she already has advantage on it, but she's still going to do that and then stab it with the halberd again.
Nice. 14 hits.
20 definitely hits.
Mhm.
9. Fantastic. So, once again, you pierce it straight through several places where vital organs should be. Black sludge pours from the wound, and it drops to the ground.
But
Down, right?
And gets right back up and turns to face you.
okay.
Silly constitution.
Alright, Gast, anything else?
Nope, that'll do. Oh wait, bonus action. I'd like to hex this one.
Awesome.
And now I'm done.
Okay. Revan.
Revan has dropped his longbow and draws both of his short swords,
Nice.
and he is going to initially attack this zombie for 19.
19 hits.
I know I can technically add for 4 pierce. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I just rolled one there. Okay. And he's going to use his bonus action to do a swing with the other one, which would just be a straight D6 for damage.
Okay.
If it hits.
So it drops, pops back up, you hit it again.
And this will just be a D6 instead, so
There it goes.
5 damage.
Fantastic. So you strike it once, kind of cutting its head most of the way off. Its head kind of lolls off to the side. It collapses down to the ground, and then you see the head kind of just like shift just to look up towards you. It gets up again, and this time you finish the job, chopping the head the rest of the way off. Head goes rolling away to stop in front of Aura's feet, and the zombie collapses and does not get back up.
And he flicks the undead blood from his blades, and dashes over to here to attempt to give Zompano advantage against this opponent if needed.
Awesome. Aura.
Cool. Aura's gonna look at the head, go, huh. Not
Its
like
teeth kind
completely
of still
gross.
chomp a little bit.
Yeah, not completely grossed out by it, just but like, okay, was not expecting that. And then I'm gonna cast Fireball
Nice.
at this one.
That you were going to say
Added.
Fireball. I was like, what? Firebolt, cool.
Fireball.
It's like, well, I like your character for
17
this
hits.
one.
17. For
Oof.
2 fire.
2 fire. All right. Now it is purple
Hold-
and on fire, and the people clap even
Quit.
more.
Question.
Huh?
It says a flammable object. Oh, it says if it isn't being worn or carried. I was like, can its clothes catch on fire? But never mind.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
that's it. And I wave again, and I'm like, I hope you're all enjoying the show.
Right, the crowd is now backed up so that they're a reasonable distance away from you all, but yeah, they're all clapping and cheering.
Can I you know how like in soccer they like take the soccer ball and like juggle it on their feet and their
Yeah.
knees? Can I do that with the zombie head?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Finger head.
Yeah.
Gas is
Acrobatics?
giving you like the biggest what the fuck look ever.
I'm trying to
I think
entertain the
athletics for this
crowd.
one.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Oh,
It bites onto your foot and you have to shake it off.
it doesn't hurt at all.
The children laugh and you take 1 point of piercing damage.
I just laugh and ha 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 ha.
It's part of the show.
Are you having fun, kids?
Are you not entertained?
Zompano, you're up.
Okay. Realize I don't have wild shape yet, so I can't do good melee. So I'm just gonna firebolt. Which one looks more damaged?
They
One.
both. Yeah, this one for sure, and that's the one you have advantage on. So, well, you have advantage. Yeah, this is the one you have advantage on.
I have advantage on both of them. Oh,
Not with a ranged attack.
oh yeah. So well, that's why it's gonna be like
Great roll.
straight roll.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. Okay. Boop 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 boop.
Nice. Catches it squarely in the chest.
Okay. D10.
6
Six
fire.
fire.
Fantastic. All right. Fantastic. It is charred up a bit. It's got like this burn marks all over the front of its chest, but it is still very much stomping and chomping. Anything else from Zomp?
Nope.
Okay. Revan, the one in front of you, turns towards you to face you and lets out a low groan as it reaches forward and tries to hit you. 17 to hit
That does hit.
for 6 bludgeoning.
Oof.
Zompano, the one closer to you, reaches out and just tries to bring up his fists and bring them down onto your shoulders. 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
2 bludgeoning. Brings us to Zephyr.
Alright, Zephyr, seeing that his friend just got hit, is going to do something dumb.
I don't know.
What's
Oh
new?
no!
And he's gonna shock and grasp it.
Nice! 23 hits.
Nice.
Boom. Uh-huh.
Alright, the zombie's
What a
muscles
terrible
lock up. Begins to tremble.
Why are you doing that?
Can't take reactions. Fantastic.
It can't take reactions, so I'm running away.
Nice. Zephyr just runs up and grabs it and then runs.
Yes, sir. It makes for a good show. It's a light show.
Right, that one is now charred with embers, bright purple, and electrified. The people are pleased.
Go
All
for all the
right.
effects.
Brings us to you, Gast.
Seeing Revan get hurt, she's gonna run up to the one that she hexed and stab it in the face.
Nice. Ooh, fantastic.
Oh, yes.
14 points.
Plus
Very good.
plus a d6 of necrotic damage
Nice.
from the hex.
So 19 points. Fantastic.
So
18 points. Math is hard.
18 points. Yeah.
Awesome. You just like damn near chopped it in half. Like right from the shoulder blade down to the midsection. It's like split, kind of wobbling a little bit.
Like, she's pissed. Like, her eyes are glowing. Like, they're like this, like, toxic orange color right
Fantastic. Nice.
now. Yes, exactly.
All right. Anything else from Gast?
Nope, that's it.
Brings us to...
The hex stays on it, right?
Yes.
Or do I... Okay. Yeah.
All right, Revan.
Revan is going to, as he pulls the shoulder back and kind of falls to one knee, just slashes out with one of his sword.
17 hits.
And he also does his
21 definitely hits.
favorite foe feature to add an extra d4 damage on top of it.
Awesome, awesome.
So that's 8 plus.
Nice.
All right.
So does it drop or is it still standing?
It does drop for now. So 12. So that's a good save. Okay, let's see what it gets. DC is 17. 5 plus the damage taken. 12, 17. It does not get back up.
Okay, and with that, he is going to move up to here and do that bonus action and do that 2-weapon attack thing with the second short sword. But that's just a straight d6 damage
Fantastic.
for 4 damage.
Okay, slashing away chunks of the dead flesh, it does still stand. Anything else from Revan?
That's it.
Brings us to Aura.
My hands go icy, and I'm just gonna shoot a ray of frost
Fantastic.
at the one still standing.
Oh, faithful.
20 does
Reliable.
hit.
For 8 gold.
Fantastic. Aura, your ray of frost crashes into its back, and you can see ice beginning to form around it, up and over its shoulders. It does collapse to the floor and pops back up, ice breaking off of it in various places as it climbs back to its feet.
Gross. That's it.
Okay, Zampano.
Okay, I'm gonna try keep hitting it with fire.
Twenty hits.
Bam!
For 2 fires, so a DC 7 to get back up.
Oh no.
So it's like reaching for you, Zampano, and it begins to burn, and you see it like trying to reach up towards you, but the fire just slowly creeps up its arms, up into its face, and then drops to your feet and turns into a bunch of just crackling embers at the ground.
And I just yell out, "The evil has been defeated, and you are all safe!"
The crowd goes absolutely wild. There is now about 60 people all gathered around, and they're just like a huge round of applause, massive clapping. It is just absolutely going crazy. Even the other Witchlight hands are just like kind of gathered around and giving small little golf claps. And once again, the lights brighten. The environment becomes more jovial, the smiles widen on all the faces, and the attitude of the park is improved yet again. Your extravagant display of martial prowess and entertainment chops has proven to be quite effective, the entire carnival will soon hear about these antics. And
Are
with
we
that,
out of initiative?
we are out of initiative. And
Can
go ahead.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Can Jack come over and she's going to hug Revan and give him the lay on hands thing. So
Fantastic.
You have a maximum of 5.
Well, then he gets 5.
Zephyr's gonna be over there flourishing and bowing and like he's like telling everyone, guys, you gotta show off, you gotta bow, you gotta wave or something.
Yeah, Aura's just already waving and smiling.
Yeah, show that you love the crowd and the crowd loves you.
You know that thing you do with your hoodie where you pull it up and you like pull the string? That just happened to guess.
Fantastic.
Revan on hearing this uses his swords and like knocks the head up in the air from that last zombie and then bats it across with the other
You
one.
know what?
Fantastic. So as Gast closes her hoodie up over her face to avoid all the attention, and Revan does one last little flourish with a chunk of zombie part, the crowd continues to clap and then slowly begins to disperse and continue on their way into the park. And we are going to call it a session here, everybody.
Oh.
When we come back
That was
next
so
week, our
fun.
journey through the park will continue. You will uncover more mysteries and just maybe get that audience with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.